It's Philly's R&B station, 100.3 WRB. It's Muthaknows. Right now, I got a special guest checking in. You know her from them YouTube days to real R&B hits. Let's give it up for Dondria! Dondria, how are you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so good. How are you?
I'm fabulous, my friend. Thank you so much
Yes.
for pulling up.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Anytime. First off, it's so good to have you here. When you look at your journey from YouTube to now, what goes through your mind?
Ooh, growth. I mean, I was so young. I was so young, and I had really no sense of myself and, how I really wanted to take up space. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey of becoming the woman that I am today. Yeah.
Take me back to those early YouTube days. What made you start posting?
I saw somebody else singing and I didn't know that people were doing that. So once I saw her singing Deanna Dixon, I was like, I'm about to do this too. And it was kind of like my way of seeing, because like your family, your friends gonna tell you can sing, but I wanted to know what strangers thought. And so that was my initial, reason for going on there. Like, let me see what people who don't know me, don't care about me, let me see what they think. Yeah.
Did you ever think those covers would turn into a real career?
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't know. I mean, before I got discovered, I was teaching at a private school, so I just thought I was going to be teaching kids, which is still a passion. So it would have been okay, but I had no idea. No idea.
When Jermaine Dupri discovered you, what was that moment like?
It was unbelievable, first of all, because I didn't even think it was him. And so I had like called all my friends, and because called me and left a message. So I called all my friends, played the voicemail, like, does this sound like him? Is this him? Because I thought it was a prank at first, but it was just, wow. When you're just showing up doing your thing, and you're not trying to get discovered or trying to, be seen, and then you get discovered, it's like, oh, okay, well, let's go.
What was the biggest adjustment going from independent to signed artist?
The biggest adjustment, honestly, I don't know if there was. I think the bigger adjustment was going from signed to independent. Because up to like through that whole beginning, I was just going with the flow. What we doing? Where we going? I'm here. But afterwards, like just readjusting to, being my own boss and calling my own shots and even figuring out what the heck I even want to do. I think that was the bigger challenge.
Let's talk You're the One. That record, Dondria, still hits. What do you remember about creating it?
The first thing I remember is JD on the demo. And
that wasn't a prank.
And it right. Not a prank. Because he was singing it the way he knows how to sing it, and I was just like, okay, all right. But I just remember having fun. One thing that I appreciate about JD B. Cox, like they always was like, you're a singer, sing. Like they never tried to make me anything I wasn't. I was a singer. So, and we gonna make love songs. So I just remember it being a fun, easy session, and I definitely remember his voice on that demo.
Did you know it was going to connect like that?
Not at all. Not at all. You just do what you're supposed to do. I had no clue. And even today, it's 2026. That song came out in 2010.
How old were you?
I was 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 20, 21. So even now, when I sing it and I perform it, people are still singing all the words. I sing it at weddings. Like it really has been a song that changed my life.
How has Dondria evolved as a woman and artist since those early days?
Ooh, in so many ways. I mean, I have so much more clarity, on who I am and what it is that I want to bring to the table. I've definitely lived some life, so I got my little experience, got my feelings hurt, got my heart broken, experienced depression, so I would say I'm almost a completely different person. I still have the spirit and the essence of Dondria and Fat.
But the way that
Yes. She's still here.
She's still here. Don't forget that.
Yeah. But the way that I move is much different. It shows that I love myself and respect myself more. Yeah.
Let's talk about the new music. Let's talk Back to Love. What does that title represent for you right now?
It represents coming back to myself. I mean, I always say, like, when we're born, we're the purest, most curious, most brave, courageous versions of ourselves. Then we go through life and things happen. We get knocked down and that shifts us, that changes us. So getting back to love is getting back to myself before I was tainted. Pretty much, the purest form of myself, the happiest, the most brave, that girl. Fat, really.
Out of Closest I've Been, Give It All, and Wow, which one hits closest to home?
I would say maybe Wow. Because we got to talk. We grown. We got to have these conversations, even if it's uncomfortable. Say what it is so I can know what it is. Don't leave me in the dark. Don't leave me waiting on words. Yeah.
You got Solitude dropping May 1st. What message are you sending with that?
That self-love is the best love. And you have to pour into yourself and give yourself what you need so that you can show up for other people. If you don't give it to yourself first, you really don't even know how to show anybody else how to love you.
Come on, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Nope.
You don't have nothing there to pour, right?
Just dry and dusty.
You know what? Was creating that record therapeutic, especially with Mental Health Awareness Month?
Yes, absolutely. I think that solitude has been my greatest asset to learning more about myself and becoming a better version of myself, being by myself, to just be able to hear and even face, maybe some stuff that I've been ignoring or that I brushed under the rug. Like, when you sit with yourself, you really got to face that stuff.
Absolutely. In honor of Michael Jackson, you got to look at the man or woman in the mirror. Take off the makeup, take off the lashes, take the wig off, and let's get real.
Period.
Yeah. I must say, congratulations on getting married. I was married now. How has marriage changed your outlook on love?
Man, it has shown me, I think sacrifice has been like the main thing, or consideration. When you're with yourself and you only got to worry about you, once you come into union with somebody, that's out the door. So, and I shouldn't say that's out the door, like it doesn't exist, but you now have someone that you have to consider when you make, decisions. And, I think that's been the biggest thing. Just like going from just worrying about myself to having to consider someone else.
Being with the creative, how do y'all inspire each other?
Oh, in so many ways. And I love that we are in the same industry, but we don't do the same thing. So we constantly work together. Of course, he's my primary, photographer. So we always getting our images and stuff together. But, I show up for him too. And he's been even showing me how to shoot. So really, I could put photographer on my resume. I
know that's right.
Period. But in so many ways.
Did love influence Back to Love?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it did. Back to Love, it really is the perspective of whoever is listening. So Back to Love could be back to self. Back to Love could be back to love, romance. It could be back to God. It could be back to truth, back to your passion. But yes, absolutely love, because where is the love music?
Next question. You're back on the road. What can fans expect from this next run?
I am so excited about this Back to Love run. I mean, first of all, I'm telling my story. So for a lot of people, they've been wondering, where's Dondria? Where's Fat? What happened? So I'm using storytelling throughout my show to let you know all the questions, all the answers you've been looking for, you're going to find them. And of course, I'm singing down, and I also am infusing poetry in the show. So it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yes, and you coming to Philly, City Winery. What kind of vibe you bringing to Philly?
Listen, we're going to have a good time, okay? I got my keyboardist Ryan with me. So we're going to have a little live acoustic element, and it's going to be a vibe. Now, I'm just saying, people been crying, you know what I'm saying? They been in their feelings, because it's really one of those. It's really an intimate night for music for the soul.
Do you perform differently now compared to earlier in your career, Dondria?
Yes, I do. I think that before, I don't know, they just threw me out there. I was just, I think mainly I was just connecting with the crowd. That's something that I've always had. So even if I don't really know how to perform, I'm connected with you and we're gonna have a good time. Now, I think that when you are writing your own music and you're living the life, of that the songs are talking about, I think it just hits different and people can feel that.
One word to describe this era of Dondria.
Ooh, evolving. Yeah, evolving.
Love or peace? What matters more right now?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say love. I'm gonna say love. Because if you got some real love, even if it's love for yourself, you have peace.
What do you want people to feel after hearing Back to Love and seeing you live?
I want them to feel inspired. I want them to take the journey back to love for themselves because they've seen and are seeing me do it. Yeah.
Where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Dondria Nicole, also TikTok Dondria Nicole, and my website is dondria.com.
Listen, make sure y'all tap in, stream the music, grab them tickets, and stay connected with Dondria. Appreciate you for pulling up, and I will see you at that City Winery show, my friend.
Yes,
congratulations on everything. This is your season.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I received that.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, okay?
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.